Welcome to Desiro's Radio.
I should probably go, sorry, hope you can forgive me, but you probably shouldn't. I know, Barco, what the hell? Why were you saying that shit? You know what? I sat there and I totally support you and your shows and I hang out with you. I thought we were cool, and then you're on there, oh, I can't trust her. She, like I want to dox you first. Don't you ask for the store link. I never said, oh, Barco, buy something so that I know where you live. Like for some fucking reason, like I'm going to come visit or something. What the hell? Try to spread rumors like that about me? Yeah, fuck you. What do you think? You don't, you can't hang out and be friends with somebody and then stab them in the back like that. I don't care who you were talking to. That's what I mean. You got to grab your balls and, if you can't be a man, you don't just talk shit, especially when you're talking to a hick, who's sitting there gossiping. You know damn well, everything out of her mouth is full of shit, and you're sitting there just like, oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, he sucks. He sucks too. Oh yeah, you can't trust her. Don't gossip. Men in here, please. When it comes to other women, no matter what's going on with the women, don't join them in gossip because it makes you look like pussies. Don't do it. Men don't gossip. They may gossip among each other, but you'd never join other women gossiping. Ever. Ever. It makes you look like you have no balls. I feel better. That's my pep talk. Yeah. You said the same thing to me in chat. What do you mean? Yeah, why would you do that, Barco? Better go retract it, and plus someone already bought your scarf. I put it on buy it now, it already sold. Okay, so it's sold. I've been selling since 2005. I don't sit there doxing people. I'm not a troll. Well, you need to say something to make it up to me because I'm mad. You say you feel bad, but why did you say that? Why did you do that in the first place? That's not cool. I would never do that to you guys. Like, I don't understand. I know I seem scary when I'm mad, but I'm not going to do anything. I'm just furious. Like, how am I supposed to trust you? See, I don't mind when people play around and stuff like that, but, like, you just, like, participated in trying to make me look like there's something fishy about me and not to trust me. And then you do it towards my business, something I have to make my living on, and contrary to what you guys think, I'm famous, okay, on the internet. I'm not only here on Spreaker, I'm on YouTube. I'm not famous yet, but people know me from other things, and I don't need that flying around, especially in my sales with all my sales group people. I feel bad. I don't mean to yell at you, but I wish I never heard that. I would have been better if I didn't hear it, but someone said, "Oh, you better hear that," and I listened, and then I was like, "Oh." I'm big in Japan. Yeah, I'm big in Japan and Indonesia. Artie broke up with me over this. He didn't break up with you. He was on the phone too. Artie was like, "Oh." I mean, he didn't say it bad as that. He wasn't, saying like what you said, but I can't believe you said that. It really hurt my feelings. Normally, like I was saying before, I don't care what she says about me. She says a lot of stuff about me. She says I'm over 60, my kids are over 30. She says all kinds of stuff, which is fine, whatever. She could knock herself out. I don't care. But I do care when it's people like you or people that I thought were kind of friends. We hang out late at night. I support your shows, Uh, I just thought everything was cool, and then I find out that's when I hear it later. I'm like, what? Are you kidding? What? So yeah, that's why I'm upset, or else I wouldn't be upset. I wouldn't react at all. So I'm not mad anymore, but I need candy or something. I need something big. You thought Todd Prankville was your friend? Yeah, don't worry about that, Barco. You have no idea what's happening with that. Don't worry about that. There's a difference between entertainment shows and just hanging out with people. What? Nothing. I just calmed down. Don't make me go on another rant. I just finally calmed down. I just played all the rock that I could play, and I tried to play uh, mellow music to mellow me out. All right, I got. So, I did you just finish your show, Angela? I is new here, relatively speaking. Yeah, you is new. Yeah, you may be new, Barco, but still, how many freaking late nights being here at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning of us all hanging out and stuff, and it was like you just acted like, oh well. So that means that whole time I'm hanging out in your chat room and chatting with you, you're thinking all these thoughts like, I never told you to buy from me. I wasn't begging you to buy. You asked me for the link, so I gave it to you. I had to think about it. Remember, I was like, I don't like to give out my store thing on Spreaker, with radio people. No offense, but some of you guys are crazy, But I thought, okay, I'll trust him and I'll give him my link. And, it's like, so I give you my link out of trusting you. And then you turn around like, oh, she's going to dox me or something. I'm like, what the hell? Oh, she can't get my address. If you want the shit, yeah, if you want me to ship it. I'm a businesswoman first. I'm a businesswoman first and a podcast second. And notice RD quit chatting when I showed up. Well, RD, I think he's in Holland. He's doing something Dutchy. He's probably eating moushes. I understand, okay? I'm not angry anymore, but I already slammed you, so you could listen if you want to later to your whipping earlier. It's just, if it was teasing or something among other people, but of course you got to go to the one person that I made clear, just keep me the fuck away from her. And that's when it's like, okay, great, because that person, all she does is gossip. She's one of those old hags that just gossip and gossip and gossip. She spent over an hour on Goofy. It was like, oh wow. Let's just dismantle everything and just lie and try to manipulate everybody into believing that not to listen to him. That's when you have like nothing going on in your fucking life. Yeah. Okay, I'm done. I'm done venting. I'm gonna chill. I'm not angry anymore, okay? It just caught me off guard. That's why I put my picture up there and it says, I will rip your... Well, Ghost, okay, yeah, but that's the same thing, Barco. Ghost, we all had a relationship with Ghost. Goofy had a very close relationship with Ghost. He loves Ghost. Loves him. Ghost is the one that taught him about stocks and all that stuff and actually helped him get his first big money with it. So, Goofy has always been a huge fan of Ghost. So that relationship is somewhat different, but she may see things on she doesn't know shit. She doesn't know the individual relationships and stuff. She's only seeing what's on the shows. So don't always go by that either. You don't technically know the whole story. I mean, you're talking years of relationships developed over the years. I mean, ask Angela. She knows. It's just like people on here. You got history and stuff like that, but when it comes out of that mouth, it's distorted. Okay? It's totally distorted. You said you've been... Yeah. So just let it go. They were on BTR. Who won? Yeah, back in the day. You're talking back. When I first met Ghost, it was before I ever went on BTR, to be honest. It was in Pal Talk. He used to be in Yahoo Chat and WBS Chat. I forgot what it was called. But I've seen him before. He's always done politics and things like that. He liked to talk to people and stuff like that. So over the years, he got very he was very, very popular. So a lot of people knew him, especially from the conservative circles and things like that. And the last time he started up a show, he got extremely popular, and Goofy's always was a fan. So there may be some things that he's taken a liking to that Ghost has done. Goofy was already pretty much animated even before he met Ghost, but just like on here, some people see things that Goofy does and kind of mimic. Some people see things that Shillbilly does, kind of mimic. What Guy does, kind of mimic. It's kind of like that, and they kind of turn it and make it their own, just like in any art. You take something someone's doing and think, oh, I could make that, but I could make it this way. Or I think I can make it better, or something like that. It's kind of like that. So it's just part of the entertainment arts thing. I mean, people do it, especially with the internet, But yeah, Goofy's personality has been consistent the whole time. I mean, he's always been like that. So no one mimics you. Well, yes, somebody mimics you, Angela, sometimes. You gotta admit, someone mimics you. No one ever mimics me because they're like, what the hell is she talking about? Half the time they don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I do, though. I know. Well, maybe RD will come back. He's your friend. Just go make up. But yeah, so here's what I said. I will rip your balls off, throw them in the magic bullet, and then light that shit on fire. Don't sass me. I found it on the internet. I could have drew that picture better, but that was kind of funny. I was like, oh yeah, that's how I'm feeling. Total PMS. But I had to, Alright. So I'm sorry. I just had to vent tonight. I'll try to find something, Alright, so I had my backstabber song, but now I don't feel like that anymore. Okay, can you hear me now? I was almost stuck. I thought it was going to take me off the air. It almost did. I don't know. Last time I was on air, it did that too. Alright. So I like that song. That's a good song. Yeah, I know what you guys are saying, but what does that have to do with me? I don't do that stuff. I just, come on here and do my podcast. Here's the thing what I think people didn't realize. Okay, we came here as hosts, right? There was a handful of us. There was me, Goofy, Iconoclast. Well, Iconoclast was already here, but he's the one who told us about it. Me, Goofy, Iconoclast, Todd, Angela. Did we get anybody else to come over? I don't remember. But it was mostly all of us, and we all decided at the same time, right? We got our accounts and everything like that. And we decided on a date to start and stuff. But with us came listeners, our listeners. So when people first heard us on here, they were just like, what the hell? But what it was is the listeners that kind of come attached to various people. But it doesn't mean it's the host. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. The hosts aren't responsible for the listeners. They are just hosts. So Goofy is a host. Mac is his co-host, the double host or whatever. And, everybody just has their own shows that were still similar to the shows they had on BTR, just a different platform because of the problems we were having over there. But the listeners, they just come along with it, and we can't control the listeners. The listeners are their own people, or we can't control them. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think that's what people get confused. But that's how I see it. My mindset is you have your hosts, and then you have your listeners. So host to host, things that happen host to host, that's one thing. But then there's things that happen between sometimes host and listeners, and that's a whole different thing. When it's host to host, it's entertainment for the most part. But when it's host to listeners, sometimes it's not. So that's I don't know, it's a different culture. I guess that's how you have to look at it, the internet as a culture. YouTube they have their culture too. They have it's on a much larger scale. But if someone's on there and they become popular, they have a whole nother level of drama and stuff going on. But they're a lot more, which I think it's harder for us because we're not on camera. We're just voices on here. But somehow the ones that are successful on YouTube, somehow they manage to keep doing what they do even with all the stuff being thrown at them. Somehow they're able to ignore it all, but the ones that can't ignore it all, that have difficulty, you see they're like Jessie Slaughter, like that girl when she had the young girl that was yelling at everybody, or things like that. The ones that do interact with the people that leave comments have the most trouble. But here it's a little different because we all support each other. We want people to do shows, because the more people that do shows, the bigger our community gets, like me. I look forward to, I wake up at 9 o'clock at night, I come in here to start working, and I look forward to seeing Barco on, or FC on, or Shillbilly on, because that carries me through the morning while I'm working. I'm actually, when I'm a listener, I am a listener, I don't go in there and try to say, oh, focus on me, I'll participate. I'll participate in the chat. I'll give you guys a heart. I'll comment if you're talking about something that I understand, of interest, and things like that. I know I'm just rambling now. Yeah. Yeah, I think she was that young girl, and actually Goose interviewed her. So he actually has an interview with her I think on Spreaker and on Mixler, where he actually talked to her. She's grown up now. She's kind of, grown up. But when that video first came out, she was a teenager. What? Have a paternal aspect. And I think I heard him on. Wait. Starts his own trouble. Oh, yeah, with Alan. Oh, is she still a minor? Oh, she was only 9 at that time? Oh, okay. She was so she was a young girl. But see, that's the parent's fault. The parent, you could tell in that video, that parent was just, see, as a parent, I would have walked up and just unplugged the computer and said, nope, you're done. You don't get to go back on it till you're 15, 18, Like, I would have had, like, padlocks on it and everything. Or the child, I did do that for a long time, though, when I first started doing computers. I had that child safety thing, and I lost the password. And until I bought a new computer, I wasn't able to see anything. Like, it seemed so peaceful and safe. The internet was so peaceful and safe. And then when I got a new computer, because first I started off with Apples. Like, I always had Apples, and then someone gave me a laptop. And it took me a while to learn it, and now I can't use Apples at all. I can only use regular computers. You're turning what can be an ugly situation into a teachable moment. Well, Barco, I am a educator, okay? I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to go there. What? She ended up on a Good Morning America. Oh, okay. See, I don't know a whole lot about her. But I was just showing as an example, But, yeah. But at the same time, you gotta, like, stand up for yourself, too. If you're gonna do podcasting, you can't let people bully. You got to make that decision. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Like, people on YouTube, like, I'm just started doing the Hangouts, okay? And I had to really, really think about it. I mean, even though none of my kids are minors anymore, because that was the whole reason why I did podcasting first. I really wanted to do YouTube. But I have little kids. And I had to actually really think about it. Like, oh my gosh, if there's problems, if there's drama, let's say somebody tries to dox me, haters trying to send me their dirty underwear, men trying to send me baggies with their cum in it. Who knows? Because I know that happens. Because when I used to work at this production company, we would have, the women that did the belly dance for fitness and stuff, we would get their fan mail. And sometimes the mail I would get was disgusting. Like from their stalkers, and that's what they would send, like nasty things. So I had to think about stuff like that. Like, okay, well, what happens if this? So I decided to do radio because it was a little bit more safer, but I could still talk, right? So before I started doing my first hangout, I had to really think about it, because you got to think, okay, you're going to have bullies, you're going to have people who want you off the air out of jealousy, you're going to have people, all kinds of stuff, and how are you going to deal with it? And I think sometimes with the podcast, you got to think the same way. So you got to stand firm in it. Be an adult, stand firm with it, know the law, know what to do if someone pushes it too far, things like that, and just do your shows. Just, if you're going to do them, do them. That's my advice to Mr. Alan Wayne. If you're not, don't. Don't do wishy-washy stuff, because then you lose respect. Then people are going to think, oh, what the hell is this guy's doing? What's he doing? And I guess that would go for anybody. Barco gets spanked, learns his lesson. What? Okay, I think I'm boring people now. I'm sorry. I went on a total lecture. I wish I worked tech support for the cable company. All right, take care, Showbilly. Have fun at work. Um, all right. I'm boring you guys, huh? I'm sorry. Let's see. What else can I play? I have a lot of genres. I could stay up for. Oh my gosh, it's already 3? Now I feel bad for yelling at Barco. That's why I should just hold back. See, you gotta make decisions like that. But when I go off, you can't. If you want, I'll take down the show. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Now I'm tired. What? 520 million impressions? I don't know how you find out the impressions on Twitter. I tweet stuff and nobody tweets me, but I got a lot of followers. I got a lot of new followers. Um, let's see. See, I'm getting famous. Not famous, but I'm I'm getting out there. Oh, look at Barco. What did you tweet? Wait, is cracking up parody of your show? What are you talking about? Okay, I don't under. Is what is that? These guys all yawn. I'm gonna give him a star. Oh, see, mine wasn't a parody though. You didn't give me no parody. What are you talking about? You didn't give me a parody. I didn't have a parody. I had like real truth. You just like, oh, she's selling me a scarf and trying to dox me. Wait, don't take the show down. Good discussion on the nature of Spreaker. Well, it's any podcasting because you're talking about a whole different. I think that's what a lot of people have trouble with when they first come on here, and that's what I had trouble with when I first started doing it because I thought, you think people are like you, right? They think like you. Then you find out how many crazy people are out there. Like there are some really messed up people, and it's hard to believe, but it's reality because sometimes you don't always see it in person. So on the internet it's a whole different culture. It's some people say it's kind of like high school, and I guess in some ways it is, especially like on Facebook and stuff. But with podcasting and YouTube, even if you're small like we are, like we have 10 people, we all listen to each other and entertain each other. We got like 10 solid people, if that. YouTube people get in the hundreds, okay? Or thousands sometimes, or millions. But just like a real life actor, like a famous actor or musician, this is the stuff they dealt with. All these, for all times. You dealt with stalkers, haters, people obsessed with you, people sending you their underwear, people sending you all kinds of, wanting to live with you. They have a relationship with you in their head, things like that. And you gotta, try to see it for what it is. So that's when I normally, I chat with everybody, but I normally voice my stuff to another host. rather than to um, listeners. Like I won't get mad at listeners that listen to all these shows. Like I won't say, what were you doing at this person's show? Because they're listeners. Those are your boundaries. If you're going to be a host, you're just a host of your show. You can't control who's listening and not listening. But then if it's a host, then you're like, okay, it's a different tier kind of thing, So when I speak, I'll speak to Goofy or like you, Barco, or somebody who else is a host. I won't be slamming on the listeners. It's complicated. It is. It's a complicated job with no pay. People say they get paid on YouTube, but I don't see it. I think they lie. Like, you got paid on Spreaker. But like one guy, he had these conservative shows all the time, right? He'd get massive hits, and he got his check at the end of the year. It was like $20. So he got like $20, and it was like, what? Think I'm seeing what I missed before. What do you mean? Am I making sense? Because I am kind of tired. What about Stabby? Well, see, Stabby is a listener. That's they call him like a chat warrior. That's why we call him a chat warrior. He actually is one listener that has been very consistent. He's very supportive. I mean, if you really see, he's supportive of the shows. He's the one you have to entertain. You want to keep him, you entertain him. Do you know what I mean? He tweets everybody's shows out. He comments. He does all this stuff. And that's like what I was talking about. You appreciate, like Goofy puts him in the bathroom, but he still, gives him a little attention there. I don't know. He comes back for more, but he's entertained. Okay. So it's kind of like, I don't know. Goofy's been around. I mean, Sammy's been around for a while. That may be protocol. Well, okay, like with Todd. Now, if you got to know Todd, okay, I'll just tell you a little bit because you don't know him really well. Todd is an entertainer too. I mean, if you listen to his shows and stuff, I guess you have to understand his mindset. His background is wrestling, so he likes what is that? Nature Boy, or whatever that guy's name is, Ric Flair. Okay, he likes these people in wrestling, and he likes announcing, like he likes doing voices and things like that. So that's how his podcast is. He likes that whole genre, I guess. Goofy's he's more animated. There's always a story. So with each season, now I'm telling people secrets, but if you look at it, each season is another story, and you have to be really smart to catch it, because it'll start off a certain way, and he already has it planned out. Like he says, he has it written out how it's going to end. So if you're not written into the script, that's why he would give Alan Wayne a hard time, because he just popped in like, I'm here, you guys are going to, and he's like, you're not written into the script. That's what he's talking about. So it's kind of like he gives you more of a visual. He gives you when you hear his shows, you get the visual of the Spreaker office, the Spreaker cafeteria. One season, it was so funny. I think this was my favorite one, was when he had the neighborhood of make-believe, right? And so he had the trolley, and you can picture Mech and everybody getting into the trolley for this ride, and then they get in the trolley, and on BTR you can call into other people's shows. So he did it in a way that he would just start calling into other people's shows like they were going on a field trip, right? And then people were like, fuck you, Goofy, fuck you, hang up, and then they're back in the trolley, and they're going ding, 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 and then they have to travel to the next show, and then they call into that show. It was hilarious. I think that was my favorite part. Yeah, the trolley was the funniest one of all. I think I liked that. And then um, one year it was the Star Wars, the Troll Wars. So then you had the Star Wars, and he'd have the pictures up there, and so that's what I'm saying. It's an art, it's entertainment, and people who hate on it, it's because, like I was saying, like Angela says, there's high level thinkers and there's low level thinkers. A high level thinker can actually think creatively. They can think beyond the box, and they can actually put things together. A low level thinker will just see it for what it is, what they're saying, and they don't understand the concept. They can't think beyond that because they're uneducated. Okay, so I'm just saying. So that's how it kind of works. Yeah, the trolley thing was funny. I remember when getting rated, he checked along with me and News Guy. Yeah, you know. Which I kind of hope News Guy would just come back. I actually enjoyed his shows. I thought they were cool. I don't understand why, I mean, it's his prerogative. I emailed him, I think, a while back, and I asked him, you gotta do. And he said, no, it's his decision. He's just not going to do shows right now. And I was like, okay. So I kind of left it as that. But he still posts news and stuff like that. So it's not like he's not active. It's like he's just not doing podcasts now. Because I guess it is a big responsibility when you really think about it. I must not have a life because I'm still here. This is probably the only consistent thing I've done in my life. And I'm not even into radio. Like, I hated radio when radio was alive. So I think I just like to talk. Like when I'm feeling talkative. And unfortunately, it is my social life. I will be honest. And I guess that's why some things hit home with me. Like, I get really, my feelings hurt, Even though I don't see you guys in real life, sometimes I do, get attached to certain people. And I think, oh, this is cool, Yeah, we don't see each other, but it's nice to have friends and stuff. So then if something surprises me, and if I'm not in the right mind, my right mind of thinking, I'll take it to heart, and then I'll come on here and blow up. But see, if I don't come on here and blow up, then it's going to stay with me, and then I'm going to have panic attacks and stuff. So I have to make sure I get it out. Well, did I explain him? Well, I didn't want to tell you his secrets or anything. I was just trying to explain another way to look at it. Don't get me wrong. Some of the stuff he said, he means. He's still honest. He's still true about himself. Just like some. So that's what I mean. It's like you get to know somebody. You could tell when they're kind of telling about themselves a little bit within the stories or within their podcast. So the personality will be consistent. There will always be certain things about people that are consistent. Like with you, Barco, I was telling you, I could tell that you've done this before, with the music and stuff. You're really good at talking in between, and I don't know, it just kind of goes together, but you could tell your skills by the way you do that. What? The season plotting. Yeah, he works on. So that whole time he always takes off every year at the same time. He takes off a certain amount of time at the same time every year. And it's usually around football season because he's a big football fan guy. I don't know what he does, but he does these football things. But during that time, he plans it out. It's a script. Sometimes. Okay, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's yeah. I don't hate Guy. Guy's cool. Chat for an hour. Well, weren't you one of his listeners for many years, Barco? seeing him on Talk Show back in, I guess he's been there. He was there for a while because I don't know if you remember Jen of the Jungle. Well, she moved her shows to Talk Show, so we would always go to Talk Show for her shows because she wasn't going to play Blog Talk. And plus, they kind of kicked her off because, her title was, she had a title called The One White Woman Show. And they said it was racist. But it's weird. If you went to BTR, you'll see how many racist shows. I mean, there are shows on there that are so racist. But they're okay. But for some reason, they kicked her off. And she didn't even, she cusses and stuff. But she talks strictly politics. Like, she talks... It's still the number one show over there. It's still number one, one of the number one political shows over there, and she's been kicked off. It's still like up there, but yeah, her and Jen of the Jungle. She still tweets and does everything. She always, So she was So, see, I hung around with a whole different kind of crowd. I hung around with the conservative crowd. They called me their adopted liberal. Okay, I don't know where they got that from, but I was considered their, like, adopted liberal pet. I was not even liberal, but whatever. And those people I still follow. Like, those are probably, out of the whole podcasting thing, not counting some of you guys out, but they were the ones I trusted. Like, they were regular people. Like, they weren't on there for entertainment. They were just on there for politics. They actually wanted to discuss news all the time. They were really into that stuff. So this group is different for me, and it wasn't until, like, only 2 years ago, actually. It's only been 2 years that I've been listening to more music and entertainment stuff. Because before I was strictly politics. I know it's kind of hard to believe, but I did learn a lot. Oh my gosh, I learned so much because I didn't know zilch about politics before. I still kind of don't, but I know much more than I did before. So kind of, yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah, they didn't have very many troll problems. Like, they had some, but not really. The problems that they had among each other, but they would fight. And that's where they messed up. Some people messed up too, because they would start fighting over their shows. And it was over numbers and over, because some of them it gets to their head. And they're, rather than seeing it that, hey, they're just on a site. If they're lucky, they get 200 listens, 300 listens, and that's it. When you really think about it, we're nothing. We're nothing in the pond of the internet. There are people getting millions of hits. We're still, so it's our own little community kind of thing. So that's why it's like, it's nice if other people do podcasts too, even if they think it sounds dumb. We will support it. We'll support it. This was a horrible show, huh? I'm sorry. That's why I should just went to bed. I shouldn't have just. I know how I get if I get upset. I do too. I kind of like the small atmosphere. The group that I'm starting to get more involved in on YouTube, they're small too. I haven't tweeted it out. I haven't put out what I'm getting interested in. Partly because I'm kind of nervous about it. Like, I don't want their stuff getting messed up, But I guess people wouldn't really listen to that stuff unless they were interested anyways. So it's kind of one of those. They're not entertainment. It's more about selling, uh, doing the online stuff to make money and things like that. So I have one for that, and then I got one for this show, but I haven't tweeted it out. So, but they're up there. I just haven't tweeted it out at all. Okay. All right. I think I like totally calmed down. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I was yelling. I'm sorry for all the cussing. I'm sorry I had to slam some people and mention some people that I just didn't want to mention, but it goes with the territory. Don't mess with me. Oh, I know what I was going to look at. I was going to show you. I got a lot of followers. I got a couple of verified ones. I got Ben Landis. He's verified. He's a songwriter. He makes chip tunes and game inspired music. And he started following me. I don't care. He's just verified. And he's easy on the eyes. Pitch my stuff. Okay, pitch my stuff if you're listening. I'm not following you anymore. Pitch my stuff. They'll follow you and then they'll unfollow you. They're one of them people. Like they want all these people to follow them and then they'll totally go down the list and unfollow everybody. I don't like people who do that. Because I will go and I will match my follows. So if you follow me and then I see that my numbers don't match, I'm going to go and I'm going to find you and unfollow you. Because that's how I am. All right, let's see. I had a couple more that followed me. Maybe they already unfollowed me. Here, another verified follower, Jody Whiteside. Guitar, my dog, and your universe to explore. I am live on the road in 2015. Oh, he's a musician. Okay. And then pitch my stuff. Indie music home. Oh, that's still pitch my stuff. Sorry. I followed them like 4 or 5 times and they unfollowed me every single time. And I'm like, no. And I just unfollowed him like a couple weeks ago. And then they followed me again. And I was like, no, you're not gonna schmooze me. But I'll tell you, one person that will follow you back if you follow them is Montel Williams. He follows everybody back. He's probably like one of the TV personalities that I know that actually will follow you back. So follow Montel. Okay. I just said way back that you had an iron fist under her velvet glove. I don't have an iron fist. Why do people say that? Do you know what I think it is? It's that people, I don't know, maybe it's because of the way I sound. I sound young. I know my voice sounds young. But I'm actually an older person. Like this picture I have here is about 2 years old. But I'm an older person. Like I have life experiences and stuff like that. And for the most part, I'm kind of easygoing. But I do have a temper. Just getting mad over anything. It's only like if I feel jaded, or I feel like someone did me wrong, then I just blow up. Because I have this thing about trust already. Like I already have issues with trust, which is probably why I do podcasting. And I just like, so if I feel like I've been betrayed or stabbed in the back, then you see me just flip out. Like I'll just get angry. But I don't do anything. I just like vent and then it's gone. Like, I won't, like, purposely go out and try to hurt somebody over it. Unless if they come at me or show up at my door, they're going down. They are. I'm getting the pan and my wooden spoon and anything I could grab, and I'm beating the crap out of them. Well, what I can do, I'll smash them, I'll kick them, I'll do kung fu, and then I'll call the cops. For I'd be old and shit too. Where's the free coffee? Oh, you get free coffee? When? Let me look. You get free coffee at McDonald's? Probably because their coffee has poison in it. With free coffee? For what? It's a free coffee event, or is it all the time? Huh. Oh, if you're a certain age? Really? Yeah, that's the one thing I can't wait for. Not that I want, not that I want to age a whole lot, but the only thing I don't like about McDonald's is their temperature of their items. Like, something's creepy about their food. I like the way it tastes, but I never eat there anymore because there's something not right about their foods. And, like, have you ever got like those frappes or their shakes and stuff, and you barely drink it, and you get that where your head burns, not burns, where you get frozen head? No, not frozen. Well, that thing where when you drink it and it's cold and then your head starts doing that buzz thing. One time, and it was hot out here. It had to be like 90 degrees out here. And I went into the store, and I was away for like 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and I had the car doors and the windows up. So it's baking in there. It had to be like 130 degrees in there. You open the door, and that thing was still cold like that. And I was like, what the heck? Stuff like that creeped me out. It's kind of like if they have these YouTube videos of those ice cream sandwiches from Walmart, and like you could keep it out in the sun and it doesn't melt, like unnatural things like that. It's like, okay, what's in it? What's in it? That's what their shakes remind me of. And then the coffee is so hot that I remember a while back there was that lawsuit for that lady who had her private parts melted together. She spilled her coffee, and then her private parts just like singed together because it was that hot. Like, it was like, of course, anybody who spills hot coffee, you're going to burn yourself, but this was so hot that it was like almost third degree burns or something like that. It was like really bad. So her things got sent. I mean, it's not funny, but I'm just saying that that's kind of gross. So when am I a senior then? When would I be a senior? I don't even know when a senior age is. It used to be 55, but okay, Rite Aid pharmacies do not have any age-specific discount offers for customers 55 and older. Wow, look at it. See, that's how old I am. It used to be 55, so it's 65. Then you're considered a senior citizen. You know what I'm going to do when I'm 65? If I haven't remarried, but I don't think I will. But I would like to remarry, or at least have a partner, I mean, I don't want to have kids, of course, again, and stuff. But If I don't, I'm gonna get one of those senior citizen apartments. I'm gonna move into one of those little apartment communities and then I'll be like the craft teacher. I'll be like the community craft teacher, and I'll flirt with all the senior citizen guys. Let's see. So there are deals for 50, but where? 50, 55, 60, 65. 50, okay. There are some restaurants will do it for 50 years. Oh, I see. If AARP. Now I know what that is. Okay, I didn't know what AARP was. Oh, so mine starts soon. When is that? What? December. Oh, I still got a long way. All right, never mind. So, okay, so no. IHOP is 55. Where's most of them are 55 now. There's no 50. Sonic is 60. KFC is 55. Oh, you only get a small drink at KFC. Chili's. Well, Denny's. Get Denny's. Okay, how about flying? Financial institutions. Oh my God. Man, I will do like total thrifting. I will do a bunch of flip sales because the Salvation Army is 50% off of everything if you're 50 and older. So that means if something's $1, it's only going to cost me 50 cents. I could flip that fast. Verizon. Verizon, your wireless plan's only $30 a month. Well, probably because they don't call anybody anyways. I'm just kidding. What are they going to do? All right. Wow, that's crazy. I never heard of... Okay, thanks for telling me that. I mean, I knew there was like some discounts, but I didn't realize it was nationwide. It's totally nationwide. AT&T, your bill's only $19 a month if you're 65 plus. I still got a ways to go for that. But Kmart, Kmart does 40% off on Wednesdays for folks over 50. So, Salvation Army and Kmart. I don't even think we have a Kmart here. I don't even think they're still around. I have until 2021. Oh, you're young. You're actually young. I don't know. I think I look kind of young for my age. I mean, some people think I look super young, like, oh, her picture's when she's 25 years old. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. I'll put a picture up when I was 25 years old. It was funny. I had because one time I got a permanent, and I was trying to be like Hart, I was trying to do like the super curly long hair like Hart, and for me that's a big thing because I have a lot of hair, and it ended up all poof. So it was kind of funny. And it turned my hair, I guess, like light brown, golden brown or something like that. So for a long time my hair was really light, and it kind of damaged it. But I only did it one time. Then I had to let it all grow out and stuff like that. I don't know. I have one of those permanent record. young, but if you really look close, you could tell I'm older. Giving us the old people's rate, but it turned out her mom wasn't 65 yet. Oh, yeah. That's going to be cool. With a dude or a chick. Oh, you mean to retire? It'd have to, a partner, it would have to be a dude. I can't live with another woman. I can't live with women. No offense to women, but you guys are bitches. Just kidding. No, I can't. Unless there's one type of person, female personality, I can live with. And I don't know what you would call it. There's some women that are just like very down to earth and just normal. Like it has to be a woman that doesn't have a big ego, or man issues and stuff like that. They just got to be just normal, regular women, But I have a couple friends like that, and I think I would be able to live with them. But then there's other personalities that I would have trouble actually living with. Like hanging out with, I'd be fine. But living with would be completely different. I don't know. Men, most of my roommates were men in the before, and I only one problem with one guy. Oh my God, this guy drove me freaking nuts. I forgot his name. I kicked him out. And he was so shocked because it's kind of like, people I really in person, I actually don't talk a lot at all. I'm really quiet in person. So a lot of people I can rub the wrong way. They'll think, is she angry? Or she doesn't like me or something. And it's not that. It's because I'm always thinking about other things. So I daydream a lot. And people who really know me understand that. Oh, she's just in her own world, But, God, what did that guy do? I don't even remember, but I know I came home from work and he did something to the living room. Like he did something, and I said, what? And he only lived there for about maybe 4 months. And he was sitting there in the kitchen and he was like, fuck you. And then all of a sudden I just snapped. I just like, get the fuck out of here. I went in his room. I grabbed his shit. I threw. You can't just kick on. You're out of here. Here's your money. Get the fuck out. I was like, I just flipped out. And I could have got in trouble. Now that I think about it, he could have, because I guess by law, you can't just kick somebody out. Even if you have them just staying with you rent free after they've been with you for more than 2 weeks, legally you can't kick them out. So you actually have to go through the proper channels to have somebody. It's like a squatter, to have them removed from your home. So he could have done that to me, but we were young, so I guess he didn't do anything. But that's why you gotta be careful who you take in. So if you have a friend that says, oh, I just need a place to live for a couple of weeks to get on my feet, and you kind of know them to be slackers, they talk a lot of talk, but they start promising you, yeah, I'm gonna get a job or get my disability or whatever it is. They just need the time. Be really careful, because some people are professional mooches or squatters, and they can come in and supposed to stay with you for like a month and then decide not to leave. Like you literally have to let them stay in your house for free while they eat your food and everything, and you can't have them leave your home. That's the law. That's disgusting. That's gross. Shoot, who told you that one? I'm going to try to visit for 2 weeks and then stay permanently. Yeah, in California. Yeah, exactly. Something just clicked. Yeah, you can't do that. And there are some states, you guys got to be careful too. Some states, unless you really know the law, let's say you met a girl online, right? And you guys hooked up, and she came over to your house and stayed with you for a couple months, and you guys are hitting it off. You're not married yet. You're still dating, getting to know each other. 6 months go by. She's living with you, and you decide to break up. And you're like, okay, this ain't working. You're a bitch. You're a bastard. You're an asshole. We're breaking up. She can literally go to court and consider it a common law marriage. Even though you guys weren't married, right? You guys were dating but decided to live together. If you don't know the law, but let's say the lady does. The lady knows the law. All she had to do was be able to stay in your home with you for 6 months, and she can go to court and claim common law marriage. Or also, you got to be really careful. Like, each state is completely different. Or like, let's say you're divorced and you have a child, right? And one of the parents decide, I'm going to move to Texas. I think Texas is one of them. I think. I want little Joe to come stay with me for the summer. Once the child is over there, even though, let's say, in another state the visitation was like weekly or every other month or something like that, that person can go to court while the child is over there and saying that the child lives there with them, and then you're screwed, and then you're in court forever. So you got to watch all those signs. No, my ex let his ex-wife stay a while. It took a year for him to get rid of her. I never believed him that there was a law. There is a law. Like they're like squatters in the law, because she asked me to stay in my place in Chicago. Oh yeah. Yeah, you got to be careful. There's, especially women too, of course. Women is, I guess, both sexes, because you'll get a man that will try to say, hey, you know what, babe, I'll come over and I'll help you out. Yeah, I'll stay with you for a month or so, or like women will go, oh yeah, I love you. I'm going to have sex with you on the ceiling. I'm going to do everything you ask of me. I'll just move in with you. And then all of a sudden, 6 months down the road, she turns into a monster, and it's like, she ain't going nowhere. Not without your money, your car, and everything you got. People are crazy. That's why you gotta be careful. You really got to be careful. It sucks. And especially in this day and age where people are meeting on the computer. Your fish in the sea is no longer down the street at the local bar or something like that. Like, your options are open. Things are just a plane flight away. You could go from one end of the country to the other in 5 hours. It's not. I think it's 5 hours, isn't it? From here to Florida, it's like 5 hours. So, okay, 6 hours tops, I'll say. But you can fly across the country in 5 to 6 hours and be there that same day. You could have talked to them online that morning, and then you'd be picking them up that evening. Tough to be careful when you have an erection doing your thinking. Exactly, Marco, exactly. Easy target. Oh yeah, for young girls, oh yeah. I haven't seen many people in like our group, like podcasting group, where somebody has moved in with anybody, but on Pal Talk, people do it all the time. They'll be like, they hook up on the internet because they cam there, right? Because you can privately cam in your private chat. So even though you don't pay for it, if you private chat with somebody, you can cam each other. And they just take their clothes off. They do all kinds of nasty stuff. And they're like, oh, I love you. I got cyber sex. Now we're going to go hook up and have real sex. And you would see them on the cam visiting each other and stuff like that. And they always hook up. And it doesn't matter what you look like on Pal Talk. You could be butt ugly and hook up with somebody like that week. It's like, but I never like. Who was I telling that story to? I guess it was on my podcast. Like every guy that I met over there had some kind of creepy sexual fetish. Like every single one. Like the one I was talking about the other day was the one with nylons. And then another guy was like, "Oh, what kind of toes you have?" Like, dude, you do not want to see my toes, okay? You're not touching my toes. I'm not taking a picture of my toes. Nothing. Nothing's going to happen. And I just block them. You get girls that are just... I mean, to each their own. You know, people have their own thing. But I think the worst one I saw, there was this couple, and they were from San Bernardino. And I actually drove out there to see this couple for Thanksgiving one year. And I went, and they're poor, you know, they're kind of rednecks and stuff, and they were really nice. So I went over there, and we gave them some money, and we spent the Thanksgiving with them and everything. And then I come home, like, and a couple of weeks later, I go to that chat room, and there's a cam, and she is lying on her son wasn't there. Her son was like 5, 6, like, so she was in the children's room, lying back, butt naked, and her husband was going down on her, right? And the grossest part of it all is that I was like all mortified, like I was so shocked because I know because after that meeting, suddenly I know these people, right? They're not just people on the internet. It's like I was actually in their house. I saw this room. And you figure their ages were about 35, 40 years old. And I don't know why they did that. It's like I still don't know why they did that. But she was like super hairy. It was so gross. I was like, oh. I feel like I was, and I didn't talk to them ever since. Like I couldn't even talk to them with a straight face. So I came over to BTR. I was like, okay, I'm out of here. These people are too freaky. No, I'm sure they were really nice, but then now I look back in hindsight, you know what I think they were trying to do? They were trying to get me to do some crazy threesome thing. But see, I'm so naive that I didn't realize that. It just flew over my head. So anytime he called me sweetie or anything like that, it just flew over my head. I had no idea that they were trying to, meet me to get me to, like, do kinky stuff. Do you know what I mean? It was, like, weird. What? Well, I think RG must have went to go do something. Because he was in here in the beginning for a minute. My ex is the one who clued me in. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and it's hard to... Oh, yeah. It's hard to distinguish if someone's going to do that to you, especially if you're really attracted to them. I know it's probably difficult for women too, but men especially. And I watch these videos. I played him once. You got to go listen to him, Elliot Hulst. And his videos are more geared to young men, right? Because his videos are more about growing up to be a man. And boys will write him and, oh, this girl this girl that. And he's not sexist or anything. He's a married man with a family. But he explained it to me, not to me, but in the video, but it explained it to me in a way that it depends on how you take it. Women, he was talking about how women, it's all about the packaging, right? Because guys will write him, wow, she seemed perfect, and then I got together with her, and she's horrible. She's a horrible lover. She's, I don't like her mouth and all this stuff. because they're lured by the packaging. So yeah, you could get some girl could do that to a guy because chemically that's how we are built. So a woman is all about the packaging, the prize, right? And if a guy is not smart and can't see past the packaging, he could get really hurt. Women could get hurt a different way because it's more like a guy doesn't have to be totally gorgeous for a girl to date him, but he does have to show security. You know, in other words, he has to have a job or money or something where she will feel safe and secure. And then that's how women get hurt. You know, they'll trust this guy. Seems, hey babe, I'm here for you. I'm going to throw your trash. I'm going to do this. No one's going to touch you. I'm going to do that. And then when they turn on you, they're like, you're on your own, you know. And then that's how a woman gets hurt. The guy gets hurt where he gets deceived because he didn't see beyond the packaging. So they go and they hook up with these girls. And then during that time, if the girl's kind of rotten, she could take him for his money and everything, and he won't even know because he's just so infatuated with her appearance. You know, but eventually the appearance is going to fade. So the appearance is temporary. So that's my life talk. That's my relationship talk. Oh. Is he mad? Some guys like it hairy. Yeah, some guys do. It's just seeing it was different. Because seeing it was completely different. Probably because the porns, the girls aren't, you know? So it looked completely different than what you would see them posting. I never really thought of that. Yeah, so it seems different. Yeah, some guys are old-fashioned. Like back in the day, like women never shaved. That was the norm. That was the norm in porn too and stuff. And then it changed. It changed somehow. I don't know. I know after the way it ended up my ex and be hard and way easier when I was 23. Well, just email him, Barco. Email him and see if he's okay. Because that's your friend, right? I hope I'm not boring you guys. I can't believe I've been on this long. Actually, should I just stay awake? Because 4 o'clock, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could get 4 hours rest. I gotta go to the high school today. They're doing finals, but I gotta go to the high school and do this other thing. But then we were supposed to go Christmas shopping right after. Damn, so early in the morning. It's not natural to go Christmas shopping in the daytime. Who does that? I wish somebody could drive me. Oh, and I don't even have coolant in my car. The coolant light came on. I gotta look up what kind of coolant I need. I wonder if my car would make it. He's tired of your act. Well, just talk to him. He might just be busy, Barco. Yeah. I don't know if I should just stay awake. If I stay awake till tomorrow afternoon, that's not good, right? Let me see what time it is. Yeah, that's a lot of hours. Okay, well, yeah, see? His radar went off. He was like, oh no. Oh, you better, well, Skype him. Skype him and talk to him. Oh, I see. Well, yeah. I was like, what the heck? I mean, you can call whoever you want, but don't start with me. I'll go all ballistic. I'll be like, what the hell? Oh, if you're blocked, then yeah, he's mad. Okay, I take that back. If you're blocked, then he's mad at you. Now you gotta find a way to talk to him and make up. Well, let him know I'm okay now. I just had a, I didn't mean to yell. I wish I could stay angry a long time. It could come in handy sometimes, but no, I just kind of explode like a volcano and then it's done. And it's like, okay. The trick is staying off the air when I blow up like that. I gotta stay off the air or else I'll just go off. But in person, but in person, I don't say anything. That's when you know. Like, I won't say nothing. I'd be like, don't even look at me. Don't look at me. Don't talk to me. Best bet is to wait for the 24-hour period where I forget and then everything's okay. Because if I blow up in person, I only blew up in person like 4 times in my lifetime. And it was not good. But I would now. Like, I don't know. Yeah, the silent. Well, I don't even see it as a silent treatment. It's like some people are like, I'm not talking to you for. I remember different people who got silent treatments from their parents, which I don't think is right. But some people do it that way. I literally can't talk. Like, I'm so angry that I can't say anything. It's like, I can't even talk to you. I can't. Because I have to watch myself. I have to make sure that I don't lose my temper because I'll feel bad afterwards, if I hurt someone's feelings. Not all the time, but most of the time. But I meant everything I said. When I say it, I feel bad that I hurt their feelings. But usually when I spout like that, truth comes out. Like, all the truth comes out. There's nothing held back. So, sorry, Barco. I had to do it. I had to give you the whip. Save the story for Audi. My ex-girlfriend was like that. It sucked. Was it 6 months? You're doing a show right now? I'll go listen to it. Because I think I gotta lay here and I know I can't fall asleep because I just woke up at 9. See, that's what I'm trying to think. If I woke up at 9, I've been up for 7 hours. And if I stayed awake, so that'll be 12 hours. And then what? I'll probably crash around 2 or 3. By the time we go shopping, yeah, I'll just lay here and try to rest, I guess. No, but if you want me to take the show down, I will. You're a bad boy. You're a bad boy. You're naughty. Alright, if you want me to. No, don't do that. No. Then people are going to go, oh, see, I told you. She's so mean. She's so mean. I don't have an iron fist. I guess I do, huh, in a way. Not on purpose. Like the neighborhood kids are scared of me. When I walk into a classroom, those kids listen. It's like, yeah, because they're listening. This is a paintbrush. This is paint. No, I have a look. I guess I give a look, and then people know. And I don't know what I look like. I have no idea because I actually wear my emotions on my sleeve, so everybody kind of can see what I'm feeling. You know, if I am upset, it's noticeable. If I'm happy, it's noticeable. Like, it's really hard for me to hide what I'm feeling, even if I'm not talking to them. And I just don't know what the look is, though. Like, I have no idea what it is. Because I never see it. But people are like, oh, no, don't. She's mad. It's like, what? So I must look creepy or something. And, like, really scary. I don't know. I don't think so. Like, I don't do anything. Like, I don't, like, hit people or, try to embarrass them or anything like that. Old man, Buffers, iron staff. What? In college, girl I was dating. Oh, you're lucky you didn't die from that. I heard of somebody that passed away from that. And they didn't know they had it. Like, they kept going to doctors and they passed away really young. Other people who've had those before too. I've heard of those infections, but I know they have them, like, really bad here in Bakersfield, because the hospitals here, there's a lot of fungal infections and shingles, or is that what it's called? Shingles, things like that. Like, they get funky infections here, and the hospitals are filled with it, and especially in the summertime. The summertime, like, tons of people get really sick, and I think it's something with the dust, like there's spores, or there's something, like, everybody who lives in this area breathes in on a regular basis. I know there's, like, parts of Texas that have it, Bakersfield, Arizona, their illnesses are different. Then when I lived on the coast, everybody had bronchitis, like everybody, and I don't know if it's because of the moisture in the air. I had bronchitis when I lived in by the coast for many years, and out of the blue, I would have like cough attacks and stuff. Once I moved out here to the desert, I never had it again. So it has to be the moisture. I just never. The only thing I do have, like sometimes you could hear it in my breathing because I have anemia. So if my oxygen level's low, you can hear it when I breathe from the mic. Like the mic picks it up, and you can hear like I'm having trouble breathing and stuff. And one of my friends used to tell, well, Mox actually, she's the one who's like, she always noticed it all the time. So when I got out of the hospital with pneumonia, I had the oxygen concentrator, and she'd be like, put the oxygen concentrator on. And when I put it on, like they couldn't they said, oh no, they can't hear it anymore. So it was like the air, like I needed the oxygen, you know. It was like, then they took it away. Actually, I'm going to start a GoFundMe account. If you guys are my friends, no, I'm just kidding. I'll be like, I'm going to start a GoFundMe account for someone to help me get an oxygen concentrator. Because I could get a bootleg one without my prescription from Craigslist. And sometimes they sell them for like $300 to $500. But I never, like when I do have the money, I always forget to get it. But I have to get it before summer. Because summertime's my hardest month. My hardest, I can't breathe month. Humidity can make much of a difference. Oh yeah. He had shingles? Oh, I didn't know that. Can't be right. Penicillin. You probably had the Delphicon. Is that what it's called? Dual, or is that? Oh no, that's different. Is that different? Yeah, that's yeast. That they give it over here for the valley fever, and I don't know why doctors won't give it to you. You have to get a prescription, and you see online people are always asking for that. This will wipe out any yeast infections in your whole body. But the thing is, the side effects are, you got aches and pains, like the side effects, your whole body hurt. You feel like an old man if you take it, because your whole body is like, oh, you can't walk or anything, but it's killing it all anywhere in your body kind of thing. I think that's I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's some kind of thing like that. I enjoy the dry climate. Yeah, like I couldn't live in swamp. I couldn't, like I really want to see a Mardi Gras at least once in my life. I want to actually go there and do that thing where they cook in a big trash can. They put like lobsters and things in it, and they dump it out, and then people just grab it and eat it. Like it's got, I tweeted a picture of that, what they have, just a couple days ago. But I want to go there, but I know I could never live there. Yeah, that one. Diflucan. Yeah. I had to take that a couple times. I'm like, are you sure it's not bacteria? No. And it's like, where do you get this? And you know it sucks. Also, staph infections and shingles and stuff, people get them from hospitals. Like if you go to the doctors a lot, like I do, and you, I guess touching chairs, that little examination thing, like if they don't sit there and spray it down and wipe it down, and they just, all they do is pull down the paper for the next patient, you can get it like that too. From actual hospitals, just a emergency room visit. My cousin, a typhoon. Oh wow. See, so did you see crocodiles and alligators? Those are. I think if anything scares me, or is that dragon and crocodiles and stuff. I would be scared. Like I couldn't live in Florida. I mean, I liked Florida, but I did creep out about like we went to Disney World, that one highway that you drive down and they have it all gated up and they said, "You know what the gate's for? It's for the crocodiles." And I was like, "Oh my god." So if your car broke down, you could get bit. Like you not bit, you'll get eaten up, I guess. People losing their kids and stuff. They they should just get a big net and swoop them all up and make purses. I'm not a hunting person, but yeah, you could get those. There's no use for them. There's none. Except to scare the living daylights out of you. To find them in your backyard and they can eat you. There's no purpose. None. That'd be so creepy. That would be so, oh my god. Ugh. I think that's like ugh. I can't even think about it. Like, but those dragons, like in Indonesia, they'll put the houses up on stilts because you'll get those little dragon things. I guess it's like a crocodile. I don't know what they do, but I heard they'll kill you too. Pasta. Oh, to eat? Yeah, shoes. I know, isn't that so mean to me? But I don't see any purpose for them. I mean, I know they're God's creatures, but no. You don't need to save the crocodiles. No. Don't you send me. No. It's like, some people are scared of snakes. Mine's any kind of reptile thing like that. It's like, go away. And lethal breath. Oh, the breath is lethal? Yeah, I see no reason why people have to keep them around. Like none. Yeah. I can't believe I've been on this long. What was I thinking? I have no life. Well, I do actually, but if you go listen to my rant, you'll hear how I was talking about how I'm famous and successful. Just kidding. Don't mess with me. I'm famous. That's what I tell my family. It's so funny. I mean, I felt so bad one day. I got so upset at my mom because she posted a picture of me on Facebook. And I was furious, right? It was last year at this time. And she puts this picture of me. I know she meant well, but it was like, oh my God, not that picture. It was like, and I was like, oh. I was, take it down. I'm famous. You can't do that. I have stalkers. She took it down. But I was terrified. I was like, oh my God, I don't want no one to see that picture. And then after a while I thought about it. I was like, oh brother, that would have been fine because you could tell my age was completely different. But it was like, I want anybody to see my boobs. It's like, no. I don't want anybody to see them. That was like full boob shot. It's like, no, take that down. Okay. Got Windows set up. Just email him or message him on one of the shows or something. Oh, thanks a lot. The baby snake's under my bed. No way. I hate those things. Did you see that video of this guy? He had all these snakes around him. It was going around like a couple weeks ago. Sorry. And one of the snakes behind him started hissing like he's ready to attack him. He turns around and smacks it. It was funny. He wasn't even scared at all. He was like in this pit filled with snakes. And he's trying to do something, and they're like all ready to bite him, and he just turns around and swats them with his hand, and they back off. I was just like, oh my God. I don't know. I've never seen one in person. I know I'd probably have a panic attack and pass out. I would. I'd probably pass out from fear. I'd be like, total panic attack. There's some animals I've never seen in person. Like snakes is one of them. Crocodile. Oh my God, if I ever saw a crocodile, I would flip out. For a native, I'm not very much with nature. Like, I'm not a good native. There's a lot of things I've never seen before as far as animals. I'm not a zoo person. I'm not a bug person. I like little cats. I like cats. That's probably the only thing I like. But I had this one cat that was psychotic. I felt so bad I actually had to give it away because I was like, this thing is crazy. It was, my ex I was so upset. I don't know why I was upset because I like cats. But one day, he came home and he brought me a cat. He goes, oh, look what I got you. And I was furious because the way I saw it was he brought me something to make me stay at home. I guess that's how I took it. Because I was just starting something else and the kids were in school already, they're already past the infancy stages. So I suddenly had a lot of freedom, and then I started the selling stuff, right? And so I just changed around, like I just organized my house to sell, and I had I just did all this stuff and unbaby-proofed the house. I guess that's what I'm saying. I unbaby-proofed it. Then he came with this cat, and he's always so busy, he's not going to take care of the cat. But yet he brought me a cat, and I took it as an insult because I was like trying to do all this other stuff, and now suddenly I had to watch this kitten so it wouldn't eat the beads, all this stuff. And the kitten was okay, but they grow fast, right? So within a couple of months, this cat's like jumping on all my stuff, and like things are. And I started getting angry. I was like, "What the hell?" I couldn't have my door open anymore, like the front door, because we didn't have a screens, but I would keep the front door open and things like that. And this cat just started attacking. I guess it felt that I was angry, or it was crazy. So I couldn't even go down the hallway without this cat trying to hang on my leg and attack me. And finally, I was just like, okay, this cat's getting psychotic. Like I took that. I feel bad now. I mean, maybe he was just trying to give me a cat to be nice, but I don't know, something in my gut was like, dude, he couldn't get me pregnant again because I wasn't going to get pregnant again. I told him, no, I'm going to do this and try to keep me barefoot and pregnant. Like, no, I'm a businesswoman. I'm doing my art stuff. I'm sorry. And now I want a cat now. Okay, invented new name, Angry Cats. With no TV. But all the bologna and white bread sandwiches you want. 26th in California. Yeah, go make up with him. Figure out a way. See if he'll talk to you. Oh, I have my Skype open. I don't know. I didn't realize I had my Skype open. Maybe he's in here. Let's see. All right. I guess I'll sign out. Okay, I let him know that you're looking for him. Oh, did you? Okay. Oh. Play his favorite songs. You'll do a show. What's up? What the heck am I doing? I got no idea. Okay. Sorry. I had dead air. I totally forgot I was online. Alright, I got it. Alright. Well, thanks you guys. If someone's having a show, let me know. Sorry I kept you up so late. I was just gonna ramble on today. I didn't mean to throw down so viciously. God, I don't want to wake up 4 hours. 6, 7, 8. Damn it, should I just stay awake? Like, if I go to sleep right now and then I try to wake up in 3 hours, it's going to be hard for me, right? But then I have to try to go shopping afterwards. How about 8:30? Some real serial podcast. Okay, I'll go there. I'm going to do my clock. Not that it helps. I've never. Oh, 6 days from now. Oh, tomorrow's Thursday. Okay, I could do that. All right. Well, thanks you guys. Thanks for hanging out. We'll go listen. I added and thank you. I will talk to you guys later. All right. Until next time. Everybody take care. Oh, maybe I'll go out with a song. Here, Flock of Seagulls.